Hey guys, it's Mike. Okay, so for some time now, I've wanted to cover 3DS content on the channel, but there was a few problems with that. Mainly the matter of a capture device for capturing Nintendo 3DS footage. Now, I don't want to go and ask you guys to donate money or anything for a capture device. I certainly don't want to pay for it myself. They're over like $200, and I just don't think anybody's going to get a really good return on investment in that regard. There's also the fact that even if I did have the disposable income to get a 3DS capture device, as Dark Jake 13 found out, we could be consumed by the heat death of the universe before I even managed to get my hands on one because of the shortage of chips or whatever involved in that process. It would just take a really long time in order to get it. So I was thinking, emulation, why not? What you're seeing right now is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D running on the Citra emulator, which is currently the best, if not the only really functioning 3DS emulator. To my knowledge, I'm sure somebody knows more about that than I ever would. Anyway, come on, kitty. You're not the star of the show right now. Where was I? Yes, okay, so here's the issue with emulation. There's a certain level of compatibility with each game, so I wouldn't be able to cover any 3DS game. Compatibility with the Citra emulator is broken down into 7 categories, ranging from perfect to not tested. Now, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D falls under the perfect category, where games function flawlessly with no apparent audio or graphical glitches, and all tested functionality works as intended without any real workarounds needed. So I could easily cover this one for a live stream or a let's play. A lot of you who follow my channel might immediately be thinking, ooh, Metroid Samus Returns. I could, but Metroid Samus Returns falls under the great category, which is second best, right down from perfect. With that one, games function with minor graphical and audio glitches, but they're otherwise playable from start to finish and may require some workarounds in order to function properly. So I could do that if you guys don't mind any graphical or audio glitches, minor as they may be. Some people may want, perfect footage. Some people might not want me to use emulation at all and go like, look, if you want to cover 3DS content, do it the legitimate way and have your 3DS ripped apart, even if you have to wait a century before you actually get the capture device itself. Some of you may be actually thinking, oh, why don't you soft mod your 3DS? I looked into that, and the thing is I have the OG Nintendo 3DS from 2011. I don't have a new Nintendo 3DS. The soft mod that's available right now is only for the new Nintendo 3DS because it takes advantage of technology that's only implemented in that particular model. So yeah, if everybody's okay with me doing 3DS content in this manner, I could start off by doing a game that runs perfectly like Ocarina of Time 3D, or maybe Kirby Triple Deluxe. There's a few others. But if you don't mind some minor graphical or audio glitches, then I wouldn't be opposed to doing Metroid Samus Returns, or what's another one that falls under the great category? Majora's Mask 3D falls under the great category. It also has some minor graphical glitches, and who knows, maybe Citra will come out with some updates in the future with which further increases compatibility for those games. But there are some that I'm just not going to be able to do. Let me find a few. Mario & Luigi Paper Jam falls under the bad category, where games function but with major graphical or audio glitches, unable to progress in specific areas due to glitches, even with workarounds. And then there's games like, let me find one. There doesn't seem to be anything really good under the bad category. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D just won't boot. Fire Emblem Warriors won't boot, so won't have any of that. Games that fall under the okay category. And nobody wants to see Sticker Star. There's not going to be any Super Mario 3D Land because they just fall under the okay category. Honestly, I probably won't want to do any games that fall under the great category. And whether or not that even happens is up to you guys. Like I said, minor graphical audio glitches, but the games are otherwise playable from beginning to end. So you guys be the deciding factor on that. I would really like to cover 3DS content, and if you don't mind emulation, if you don't mind some games being a little bit glitchy, then yeah, I'll start doing that. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and have a one that is good.